everyone, it's Danny and today's video is going to be a get ready with me, and I thought it's the weekend, I'm not in a rush and I want to try out some new products, so I thought why not show you. So I think today's makeup's going to be a slightly smoky eye and a peachy coral lip courtesy of a new Tom Ford lipstick which I got for my birthday, so I'll just get started so that this isn't a long rambly get ready with me video. So I'm going to start off by applying the Soap & Glory Bright Here Bright Now, and this is an energy boosting balm to give you radiance and a bit of hydration, and it's quite similar to one that Clarins do. I'm not sure what that's called, but I don't know, I was just wanted to try this out first before trying out the Clarins one to see if I liked it, and I've used this a couple times and I do really like it, although I don't think it's as radiant as some other primers that I have. But it's a nice option for everyday, I guess. One way I do like to wear it, however, is mixed in with a foundation like my YSL Tainted Chocolat to make it into more of a radiant tinted moisturiser. So yeah, I would recommend picking this up if you like radiant bases with not too much coverage, because it can be used to thin down your bases that you already have and make them more appropriate for every day. So that's it applied, and as you can see it gives you a subtle glow but nothing too much, so it is quite a nice subtle one to wear if you're wearing sort of a no makeup look. Next for foundation, I'm going to be using my Georgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. This is the perfect colour for me and I would definitely recommend picking up this foundation. I just think it's a really great one for sort of evenings out, although I do really like it in the daytime as well, but do remember to wear an SPF with it because it doesn't have any SPF in it whatsoever. And I do usually use a brush with it, but for some reason I've started using my hands, so I guess I'm using my hands today. So as you can see, when blended in with your hands, this foundation is quite a light coverage, which I do like because on a day-to-day basis, as I said, I don't like to wear a foundation with a lot of coverage because I just like something that feels light on my skin. I just don't really like the feeling of heavy makeup on my skin, so I really do like this, and it's a really nice satin finish. I do like to wear a radiance primer under it usually because my skin is quite dry, but it'll be a really nice one for the summer because it is that little bit more matte than most of my foundations. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline The Eraser Eye Concealer, and this was in my favourites that I uploaded. I think it was my last video, so yeah, I just wanted to use it in a video to show you what it's like. And it's just a sponge and you literally just swipe it on under your eyes, and I usually put a little bit sort of around my nose. And yeah, I don't blend it in with the sponge, I blend it in with my finger, but I do think it's quite nice to have a sponge there to apply it with. It just, I don't know, it just feels nice. It's a really soft sponge. And then finally I'm going to take a tiny bit of my Nars Radiant Concealer and just apply this sort of anywhere where I need a little bit of coverage, so on any blemishes or anything like that. Okay, so that's that all done, and then I'm just going to set it all in place with a powder. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, and this is actually my mum's, but I've pinched it for this video, and I think I'm going to be using this shade, I think, all over to powder my face. And recently I've been using my blush brush by Real Techniques to apply powder, and I do really like it actually. So that's that done, and the powder I used all over is called Dim Light if you're interested in picking it up in single form, because unfortunately this palette was limited edition and I wish I'd bought two because I absolutely love it. So moving on to brows, and I'm going to be using my usual Hourglass brow sculpting pencil, and I am going to be picking up the sleek one that's quite similar to this, I believe, because I want one that's just cheap and affordable for college, because I don't really like using this every day because it is just so expensive. So let me know if you've tried the sleek one and how you found it. So as usual, I just brush them through and then fill them in with the pencil end. And then the other one. And I'll link my eyebrow routine video down below because I did film one and it's pretty much exactly the same still. So instead of you having to watch all of this, I'll just fast forward this and link that in the down bar. So now that's done, I'm just going to set them in place with the Maybelline Brow Drama in dark brown. And I'm sorry if my brows look atrocious today. They do really need attending to, but I'm just a bit lazy at the moment and keep putting it off. But I will hopefully have groomed brows by the next video. Okay, so next I'm going to apply my bronzer, and I have been using the Topshop bronzer a lot lately, and I do really recommend picking it up if you see it, because it's just a really lovely matte bronzer which works as a contour as well. So I'm just going to lightly contour. I'm more going to warm up the outer perimeters of my face. And then next, before I do blusher, I'm actually going to do my eyes so that I know sort of how much blusher I want to apply with my eye makeup. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked palette, and again, this is not mine, this is my mum's, but I have pinched it, so sorry mum if you watch this video, but I wanted to try out some of these things. So this is what it looks like. I have never actually used this before, so I don't really know what colours I'm going to go for, but we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm going to start off by applying Half Baked, which is this gorgeous golden colour all over the lid. Oh, and before I do that, I'm going to apply the MAC Paint Pot in Groundwork, which is just a really nice sort of medium toned brown eyeshadow base. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, Half Baked all over the lid. And I think this is the only colour in the Naked 1 palette that's also in my Naked 2 palette, so I'm quite familiar with this colour and I do love it. Okay, and then I'm just going to apply a bit of Dark Horse, which is this colour right here in the outer corner. And then I'm just going to take a bit of Naked through the crease just to make sure everything's really blended out, and I'm actually going to take that on a MAC 217 brush. Oh, and then final step, I'm going to take a bit of Buck on this brush from MAC, which is a 239 brush, and just take it under the lower lash line. I got it in my eye. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow done, and now I'm going to apply my mascara, which as usual is the Revlon Grow Luscious mascara. I'm just trying to use this up at the moment. I've had it for quite a while. I think I've actually had this for about 8 months, and I'm not really sure how it's still going, so let me know if you have this mascara and it lasts this long for you, because I have been using this almost every single day for the past 8 months. And I know you're not really meant to keep mascaras over 6 months, but I'm the only one that uses it, and I've never had any eye infections or anything like that, and it's not dry or anything like that, otherwise I would throw it away. Okay, so that's the eyes all done, and I think next I'm going to apply my lipstick so that I know what colour blusher I want to wear, because I just find I can never apply my lipstick after my blusher and get them to look okay together. I'm not sure why, but the lipstick I'm going to be using is the Tom Ford Lip Colour Sheer in Sweet Spot, and this was part of the Tom Ford Spring collection. I think it is still available, so you can still get it. I will link it down below, but I just had to pick it up because I've never had a Tom Ford lipstick before, and the packaging is just gorgeous. It's got their old white packaging, and I just think it looks so beautiful on my dressing table, so I do love it. And this is the colour. Ooh. It's just a really gorgeous corally peachy colour, which is definitely my kind of shade for the spring and summer. So I'm incredibly scared of ruining the embossing or snapping it, so I'm going to use this really carefully, and I'm going to use the other side of the lipstick. Okay, so this is it on, and I absolutely love it. One thing I will say is that if you have dry lips, do make sure to exfoliate first, because it is picking up on some of the dry patches on my lips. But it does glide over them nicely, but I can see them, and obviously it bothers you if you see it, but it probably doesn't bother anyone else. So yeah, I absolutely love this colour, and if I do get the funds together, I do think I'm going to be buying another Tom Ford lipstick because they just apply so nicely and they're just so nice to use and they just look so nice, and oh, I just love them, and I'm so happy I now have one. So thank you, Mum, for buying this for me for my birthday. Let me know if you've tried any Tom Ford lipsticks and if you have any recommendations for me which would suit my skin tone and the type of colours I like. Okay, so I just had to stop to take some blog photos because the blush that I wanted to use, I realised I haven't taken pictures for it for my blog yet. So yeah, I'm sorry if the setup is very slightly different because I've just tried to sort of remember where my camera was, but I think I'm in a slightly different position. But anyway, the blush which I'm going to be using is by Aerin, I think it is. It's the granddaughter of Estee Lauder, and she brought out her own makeup line, and it's absolutely amazing. It's really great if you like natural, effortless beauty, and this blush was a limited edition blush from the spring collection last year, I believe, but I did manage to pick it up about a week or two ago on Harrods, so I will leave the link down below if it's still available, which is why I wanted to take blog pictures just in case I decide to write a review on it for my blog. So this is what it looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. The packaging is really nice and gold, and it's just so sophisticated, and it feels like a really luxury product, and it was. It was about £30 for this little blush, but I do not regret buying it one bit. It's absolutely gorgeous, and this is definitely my favourite kind of shade for spring and summer. It's a really gorgeous corally peachy shade with a lot of gold shimmer running through it, but hopefully the gold shimmer isn't glittery on the cheeks, but we'll see because this is the first time I'm using it. So I'm just going to apply it with my fingers because that's just the way I like to apply cream products the first time if I've never used them before. And oh my gosh, first impressions is that this is a gorgeous, gorgeous blush. I don't know if you can really see on camera, but it just really perks up the skin and it leaves a really nice sheen, and so I don't really need to use a highlight at all, and it's a really subtle colour. It's not a really bright coral colour, which I quite like, because if you're wearing a brighter lip like I am today, I don't want to wear a blush which is really bright as well and is going to compete with it. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. I think it's a little bit different for me. I don't normally wear heavier eye makeup with a more corally I never normally wear a more heavier eye with a corally lip, so let me know if you like this look on me, and let me know if you think I should wear it more often. I do really love this lipstick and this blusher. They're perfect for the spring and summer, and I'm so glad I picked them up. And do let me know if you have any favourite spring or summer blushes or lipsticks, because I always like to expand my collection. I think I'm a bit of a lipstick addict, and blusher is slowly catching up. So yeah, do let me know any of your favourites in the comment section. Let me know if you do like Get Ready With Me's, because they seem to get a good response, but obviously I want to know if you do actually like watching them or if you'd rather watch actual tutorials. So anyway, before I ramble on too much, thanks for watching guys, subscribe to see more of my videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!